Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Happy Valentine's Day. So to everyone out there, if you celebrate Valentine's Day, to you and your loved ones, happy Valentine's Day to all the ladies out there. Hopefully everyone enjoys their day. Hey, it's the 100th episode of the Bourbon Judge. Very excited for that. And kind of sit back just thinking, what am I going to review today, right? What bourbon, what rye, blah, blah, blah. Which one? I don't know. So I decided to kind of change up a little bit and let's kind of go back and reflect on, let's call it just some highlights from the first 100 videos, right? And so we're gonna give some awards out to some of the best bourbons, some of the best ryes, and some of the crazy stuff that just happens in this bourbon world, right? So that's what we're gonna do today. But before we get into it, two things to say. Number one, thank you for everyone out there watching the videos. If you haven't done thus far, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. And number two, one of the challenges that I have, I love bourbon. I love talking about bourbon, but one thing I need help with is digital. So if you are an expert in digital creation and blah, 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 and everything as it relates to YouTube and digital stuff, please reach out to help a brother out. Reach out to me, please. Seriously, right? I need a little bit of help. Got some questions. You can reach out to me, of course, in the link, which is on the YouTube page. My email address is thebourbonjudge@yahoo.com. So please reach out to me. Love to kind of connect with you. Need some help. Need some insight. All right. But let's go ahead and get into this award ceremony. I'm going to go ahead and start off. So you guys know me. I don't do notes, right? However, for today, I have some awards. So I have to have some notes, right? All right. Drum roll, please. Number one award. All right. So this is the best bourbon under $25. And there were a couple that were up in this category. But as they say, only one can win. So who is the winner? Let's give it up to Early Times Bottled in Bond. Woo-hoo! This is a phenomenal $25 bottle. I got this one from Cousin Anita. She brought it on one of her many visits out to me and to visit with the family. And, this is just some solid bourbon at $25. And it's not a 750 milliliter bottle. This is a full liter, literally a full liter for 25 bucks. You can't get any better than that. Folks, I'm telling you, if you see this anywhere near you, pick it up. I will try to throw the link up above for some of the videos, but I have reviewed all these bourbons, right? So all the ones I'm talking about today, I have reviewed them. You can search for them, but I will put the links up for some of them, of course. All right, that award goes to Early Times. Who is next? All right. Let's go now to the best random find. So this one is crazy. Again, walk into a liquor store, no connections. There's no secret handshakes. There's no secret, wink, wink, put your arm up in the air, nothing like that. Right? Walk into a liquor store, see these two bottles. This is the best find, two bottles. Saw these behind the shelf, both at MSRP. Suddenly, I think I'm having the big one, right? Heart starts just pounding. Uh-oh. Next thing I know, I'm looking around to make sure that no one else see these bottles of bourbon, because you know how it is. Sometimes you're in the store and you have to hunt for it, right? I find at MSRP, Parker's Heritage and Parker's Heritage Bourbon and Rye. You want to talk about somebody who was happy? Woo-hoo! I was a happy camper that day, boy. I tell you that much. Came home, told the wife. She was happy for me as well. So shout out to the Best Random Find Award. All right, the next award. So this one comes in at, let's call it just the best barrel proof bourbon. And I know what you're thinking, Bourbon Judge, there's a lot of barrel proof bourbons out there. You better come correct. I'm not going to disappoint you, I promise you. Typically only one can win, but these two are just so darn good. I had to pick them both. This is a tie. Number one, and this is not really number one, but coming in, Stag Jr. Stag Jr. and, hold on, E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof. Folks, Buffalo Trace makes some great products, right? These two pack a hell of a punch. Knock you out. Sometimes it does actually knock me out, literally. I do fall asleep, literally. But these are phenomenal, and I mean phenomenal. Regardless of what batch it is, I don't care if it's batch 15, 14, 13, whatever it is, right? Both of these are just solid all day, all night. Mwah. Wonderful. All right, barrel proof bourbons. I need to stay awake, so I'm gonna slide you to the side. All right. All right, now we're gonna change up a little bit now, right? Everything in life isn't perfect. So this award now goes to, let's call it the biggest disappointment award, right? Meaning I was really disappointed with this bourbon. Now, I will say I got this as a present from my wife, so I'm very sympathetic to that. It is Valentine's Day, but this one just really disappointed me. Who is it? Who wins the award? How about Cream of Kentucky? There ain't no cream in this Kentucky, not in this bourbon at least. Seriously, honestly, this is a Jim Rutledge bourbon. It just honestly did not live up to the hype. It really didn't. You know, Jim Rutledge, well known in the bourbon industry. I get it. He is sourcing his bourbon from Kentucky distilleries. And maybe when he's actually able to make his own, right? Because right now it's all sourced, maybe it will be better. But for now, unfortunately, this was a hard pass. Luckily, that didn't break. It is worth like $65, just not $125. All right. What is next? All right, so we're going to go ahead and change up a little bit. So this one is, let's call this is really not a bourbon. This is just an award for someone special. This is a, let's call this the best guest judge award, right? So our favorite guest judge. And there's only been a couple, but Cousin Anita wins the award for our favorite guest judge. Everyone loves Cousin Anita. We love having her out, love having her on the show. She just makes me laugh and crack up every time I talk to that girl. And we always just have a blast. So shout out to you, cousin. Happy Valentine's Day, young lady, to you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get back into the bourbon thing now a little bit, right? So this next bourbon is going to be, this is going to be called Worth the Hunt, right? So this wins the award for Worth the Hunt, meaning you're calling your family members out of state. You're calling your friends. Hey, if you see this, buy it, ship it to me. I'll give you an extra $20. That kind of a bourbon, right? That one goes to my fellas out west in Nevada. Here we go. Smoke Wagon, uncut, unfiltered. Woo! These cats are doing some great stuff, right? They are blending great barrel-proof bourbons. But even though this didn't win the award for the best barrel-proof bourbons, this one did win the award for the Worth the Hunt. This is worth it. I'm telling you, I can barely find it around me. I have to travel to get it. But you know what? It is definitely worth it. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and get into, we may break the bank a little bit. This next one we're going to call it the best if you have a big wallet, right? Hey, you got a big wallet. You just got it like that. Tax season's coming, you about to get your money back. Whatever you got to do, you need to break your wallet for this bad boy, but it is worth it day in, day out. I love this couple. They are so cool. Give a shout out to Mark and Sherry Carter with Old Carter. Everything Old Carter produces day in, day out. Their bourbons, their ryes, their whiskeys. Woo! Phenomenal. Literally phenomenal. It actually would have probably won my number one in my top 10 of 2020. The only thing is, again, this does break the wallet a little bit, right? So, but this is some phenomenal juice. You can't go wrong with Old Carter. You will never find a bad batch. And if you do, send it to me. I'll take it off your hands for free, of course. All right, folks, what is next? Let's go ahead into the best sleeper. So I'm not gonna lie, for a long time, I would see this bourbon and rye, and people would say, you know, hey, you gotta check it out. I'm like, Don't put that in front of me. I don't want that. Please say, hey, yo. I'm a bourbon guy. I'm a bourbon guy, right? I'm a bourbon judge. Don't put that in front of me. I was a sleeper for a long time, folks. I'm telling you, your boy is woke. Let's go ahead and bring in Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof and Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Rye, right? So the Single Barrel Barrel Proof whiskey and Single Barrel Barrel Proof Rye. These two are absolutely amazing. Don't think of your old school Jack Daniels, mix your Jack and Coke. This ain't that, right? This is straight up phenomenal. At $65, again, link up above. Woo! Both of these are straight fire, literally fire. Love them. Can't go wrong with those. All right. Oh man, this kind of reminds me of Cream of Kentucky, but a different award. This I'm gonna call it let's call it the most overhyped bourbon. Overhyped. I will say Buffalo Trace does a great job with most of their bourbons and most of their ryes. However, there is an exception. Weller Single Barrel, folks, leave it on the shelf. Don't waste your money. In fact, actually, if you want to get this, there's an easier way. Take a cheap flight to Ohio, go to any grocery store, buy a bottle of Special Reserve, buy a bottle of Antique 107. Take 1 ounce of each, mix them together, nice little spoon, and voila, woo, you have Weller Single Barrel. Overhyped, overpriced, leave it on the shelf. Do not buy it. I would tell you, the Buffalo Trace marketing team, they do a phenomenal job because that is not worth the money for secondary prices or in general. Leave that one alone. Just gotta keep it real. Sorry, Buffalo Trace, I do love you, but not that bottle. All right, folks. We only have a couple left here. So this one, we're gonna go ahead. This was actually the meanest YouTube comment, right? So I would say doing this whole bourbon judge and YouTube thing, right? I love it. Love the commentary. Love going back and forth with everyone. But you definitely learn to get some thick skin, right? So this is from a couple weeks ago. The comment says, and I quote, "This video was a complete waste of my time. I watch a ton of whiskey videos and I will not watch you anymore. Thanks, Phil." Well, Phil, hey, obviously, as they say in life, Phil, everyone can get along. I guess you're just not a match for me, right? It is what it is. I think, Phil, you may not like all judges. Maybe, Phil, you even caught a case one day. But, Phil, that's not this kind of a judge. I'm the bourbon judge. Give me a break. Hey, at any rate, Phil, you're always welcome back, my man. Hopefully one day I'll see you back soon. All right. Well, that's it for Phil. We know he's not watching this video. Let's go back to just a couple bourbons left, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up. The best rye. So this was a tough one, honestly, because that Jack Daniel's rye is just amazing. But folks, I'm telling you, there is one rye out there that is just way better. Woo! Oh man, oh man. I don't have a drinking problem, but this rye, it almost makes me want to. Michter's Toasted Barrel Strength Rye. This rye, folks, is straight up absolutely amazing. I'm telling you, I'll take this any day over Thomas Handy, the whole NT collection. Get that out of my face, right? This bad boy is so delicious. It's like being at a campfire, just sipping on some nice bourbon, or in this case, a rye, smoking a cigar with your good friends, hanging out. You can't go wrong with this bad boy. It is delicious. Hence the reason why that seal is not broken yet, because I happen to tend to have a very deep pour. Unfortunately, I'm just trying to hold on to this one just for a little bit. But sooner than later, I will break that seal. All right. Best finished bourbon. All right. After this one, 2 more to go. Best finished bourbon. So everyone's doing, bourbon finished in port wine or finished in Cabernet or whatever different. You pick your wine, your grape, right? Everyone's doing it. But who's doing it the best? That's the question I have for you. This is my opinion only. I'm going to go ahead and give it up to my people over at Bardstown Bourbon Company. So Bardstown Bourbon Company, this is the Prisoner, right? It's finished in French oak red wine barrels. And folks, if you're looking for something just smooth, nice, I think this one is 100 proof, I believe it is. It is just straight up wonderful. And I mean wonderful. The Prisoner is where it needs to be. Great job, Bardstown Bourbon Company. All right, 2 left. Next to last. The next to last award goes to I Can't Believe Is That Damn Good. Now, I know everyone out there is saying, oh my gosh, Bourbon Judge, I can't believe Bourbon Judge didn't pick this X bourbon for the best barrel proof bourbon out there. Don't ever think I'm going to sleep ever again on my man, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. This is a C920, but you take any one of them. C920, 520, whatever. They are all phenomenal, right? Wow. I'm keeping it real with this one. That is, straight fire and delicious. So good, I'm keeping it right here in front of me. Don't leave home without it, or don't leave home with it, whatever that is. Anyway, it's that good. And folks, the last award goes to, this has been so much fun. The last award goes to my #1 bourbon, and I mean, I love this bourbon so much. I almost love it more than my wife. I mean, I don't love it more than my wife, but Some days I do, especially when I get a little attitude from her, right? But this bourbon is just wonderful. Give it up, folks. My man, William LaRue Weller. As you can tell, I am nursing this bad boy because this is obviously really hard to come by. I don't have it like that. I do not. So I have to, just take small little pours and be respectful of Mr. William LaRue Weller. However, on today, folks, I'm going to go ahead and say shout out to everyone out there. Cheers, salute. Let's see how this one tastes just to make sure. Woo! Folks, that is a buy all day, all night. Cheers, my friends. Appreciate you guys. Later. That is damn good. No joke.